Okay, rockers, Turbo, back here with you inside the asylum, and I got something great for you right now. Yeah, I teased it all night, but now it's happening. Joining me by phone, I am very honored to have with me one of the most legendary front women in the world of rock and metal. She will be at the Rock Carnival here in the New York, New Jersey area in Lakewood, New Jersey on Sunday, October 7th. None other than Doro herself. Doro, how are you?
Hey John, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, everything is great. I just came off the tour, doing a Ukraine tour, which was really nice. It was a little bit dangerous, but we made it, and the fans were so happy. And I'm heading over to the States in 2 days to start the tour. Yeah, and then the 2nd of October in New Jersey, the Rock Carnival. I'm so excited, and yeah, so many people we know playing there, like Alice Cooper and Twisted Sister, Overkill. So I think it will be such a great festival, and yeah, so I'm all psyched. Yeah.
Absolutely, it's going to be one amazing 3 days of rock and metal in the New Jersey area. I love that you're added to the bill, and and you work with a lot of these artists during the year. I've seen your live show at the Gramercy about 2 years ago, and you always have guests come up join you. That night, my good buddy Bobby Blitz joined you, along with Chris Caffrey. The festivals. They seem to be a really great way for everyone to get together. Is that something you look forward to, seeing the other artists that you know and work with at these festivals?
Yeah, it's always a treat. And then sometimes, things happen, and then you say, hey, shall we do another song together? Or I like the spontaneous things, and maybe on the Rock Carnival, maybe Chris Caffrey is coming up again, or some other cool cats, and that's always really exciting when you don't plan anything, but when something happens, and sometimes you really can create magic, like when we had the 30th anniversary here, then many people came up, and wow, and then sometimes it was like, wow, killer version, better than we put, the versions on our studio records and something live. It's definitely cool, like playing with other people you love, and yeah, it's always an honor, always.
Absolutely. I mean, if people might have missed it earlier this year, you put out your strong and proud 30 years of rock and metal, and as you mentioned, Chris Caffrey, Udo Dirksnyder, Blaze Bailey. It's a great album that's out there that I urge everyone to go out there and get. And now this album is kind of a little bit of everything. Your solo stuff that many of us know over the years, stuff from Warlock, and covers. How did you decide when you put this album together? How did you decide to do the songs that you chose and do the mix of everything of your career on there?
Yeah, I thought, it's like on the live CD there are just like, I guess, 12 tunes, and on the DVD there are actually 38 songs on it, so we put all the highlights on, like every title track from every record, from Burning the Witches or True Steel, and then I thought, besides our songs, I want to put the classic songs on, which inspired us so much. For example, with Udo Dirksnyder, we did Balls to the Wall, or Princess of the Dawn, or with Biff of Saxon, we did Denim and Leather. And sometimes I think, to give honor to all these great metal bands, and then so I included my favorite songs, and and I let the fans decide which songs they want to hear, like the rare songs which we usually don't have in our set list, but which are really cool. So the fans, they could vote something on the internet which ones they would really like to hear, and then in the end there were 38 songs on the DVD, and actually a couple of songs we couldn't even put on because like maybe there was some technical stuff or we didn't get permission to do it. We had an awesome version of like some AC/DC tunes, but we didn't get the permission in time, so we thought, oh, let's not mess with that. But but we put like between great classics, and like Fear of the Dark is on it, which Blaze Bailey sings the other male part, and and the fans they go crazy like singing that one, and so I always go by a feeling, by heart and soul, and then what I think the people would love to hear, and then what the fans vote, and and then the classics which we all grew up on. So
that's just an amazing album, and I'm always amazed at how well you and your band do tribute to so many of these great songs, and you're able to mix in so much of your career. And Doro, here you are. You're 30 years doing this. Have you had the opportunity to kind of sit and take it all in, that you've been able to kind of live the dream for 30 years?
Yeah, I would have never thought that we would last 30 years, and now it's even longer, and it's great. It's because of the fans, like this great fan base all over the world. That's like that makes you go to any length, and like and in great times and in not so good times. I must say I owe it all to the fans. Like all these 30 years, it was always a highlight. Every gig is a highlight in my life to make people like feel something, or to give them great energy, great power, and it's sacred to me. And the longer I do it, the more I learn to appreciate it, and and the more I can be grateful for it. In the beginning, when we started out, when I was 15, 16, when I had my first band, we just had fun. We we're crazy, but the longer I do it, I feel there's some deeper meaning behind it, and it's so cool to connect with other people, to connect with the fans.
Yeah, and you do that in such a great way. I mean, when I saw you 2 years ago at the Gramercy, it was just an amazing show, and the energy that you brought to the stage. I mean, I was kind of blown away because you didn't slow down. As the show went on, your energy level just seemed to keep going up and up as the show went on. You didn't seem to get tired as the show went on. How do you do it? How do you keep that high energy?
When I see the fans, that's the best, motivation. And then when I feel people, they have fun. When you get good feedback, then you can go for hours. And sometimes we do like 3.5 hours show, and it's like, just a curfew. That's always that puts a stop and puts an end to the show. But usually I could go, when, as long as the fans, feel good about it. And sometimes after the encores, I feel, the concert starts again, because in the encores I always ask the fans what they want to hear, and then we play, what the people call out, and then sometimes it's like, it's a totally different, unique thing, and then I feel, wow, it's another concert. Like it starts all, like from scratch, and just like let's play as long as it's fun, and sometimes very interesting. Sometimes people call out only old school metal songs, and sometimes they call out only anthems, and sometimes they call out only ballads. And then we play one ballad and two ballads, and then people want to hear more ballads, and so every day is always different. It's never, the set list is never the same, and it's always, a great challenge. And then, then when you see people having fun, that's it. I could go for hours and hours, and afterwards I fall into a coma. But then, next day when I know, different, city, another place, another club, and when I see the fans outside of the club, talking, or like when I feel there's some excitement, then you feel like brand new again. You feel like 16 years old. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's contagious. The energy level that you bring is contagious, and the fans they give it right back to you. So it's kind of a give and take on both sides. And thinking back to the Gramercy show, I recall you saying something that night about you getting back some of the rights to the music that you made with Warlock. And I was wondering, are we finally going to be seeing and hearing some of that music again?
Yeah, John. I got the rights back to the name, and I don't know if we will do a festival or a concert or a reunion. Some of the early Warlock band members, they totally gave up music. They were so fed up with the music business, so they're not doing it anymore. And I don't know how to do it to not put the lineup I have now in danger, because we are we are such a great team. And Nick Douglas, our bass player, he's 26 years in our band, and Johnny D on drums, he's 23 years in our band, and the guitar player is 10 years. So I want to be really careful to not put this at risk, because we can tour the world. We all love each other. We are a great team. So it's sometimes, it's very delicate. But I know some diehard fans would probably love it. And we have done a couple of reunion shows, one in Wacken and one on a big festival in Spain. That was the Metal Wave Festival, and we were headliner, and it was a great feeling. But then I thought, my guys in my band, they're the best. I love them. So maybe for a festival, or here's some separate gigs, that would be possible. But at the moment, there's nothing in the making. There's no plans. But maybe maybe at a special thing, maybe New Year's Eve or something, something cool. But it's I definitely the guys in the band now, in the Doro band, we're tight. So and I'm so happy that they're with me and going through all, through good and bad, and sometimes it's tough, and being on the road can be so very careful about how to do it, if I do it, But all the Warlock songs, most of them I wrote anyhow. We always play, from Burning the Witches, and of course, Reunions, and it's always in our set list. That's for sure. All the classic Warlock songs I always play.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I know those are always there, and I remember that night when you made that announcement. I was very glad, as were the fans in attendance that night, to hear that you did get the rights to the name and everything, because we all know you had been wanting to do that for many years, and we were all very glad to hear that you were able to do that. And and now here we are. We've got the Rock Carnival coming up on October 2nd. It's a whole weekend. You're on the Sunday lineup, and now it's the second year that they're doing the Rock Carnival here on the East Coast, and the festivals are starting to become a regular thing here in the States. Do you think it's about time that the States are finally waking up to what you guys have been doing in Europe for years?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm so happy to see more and more festivals are being, it's great. I must say, I think in America it's so awesome. Every city has like so many great metal and rock stations. That's absolutely, not here in Europe. It's like very rare. But yeah, here in Europe there were always the big festivals. So I thought, yeah, man, let's bring it all together. Like, let's maybe, do Wacken in New York, Madison Square Garden. I actually suggested that to the Wacken people, and they said, "Oh, that sounds like a good idea, but it will take a long time." But I think it's great. Yeah, all these festivals now in the States. Oh, I love it. I love playing festivals and hooking up with all these great bands and you toured with and you're friends with and all so many people, so many varieties, so everybody can pick and choose their favorite type of metal, from hardcore to whatever, to Viking metal or traditional metal. I think it's awesome. I'm so glad to see that. And and I personally, I love playing festivals. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, the festivals are great. It's so nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love going to shows. I would love if they ever listened to you and did a version of Rockin' at Madison Square Garden. I would love that personally. But these festivals are long overdue here in the States, and I know as you said, you love playing the festivals, and they're a regular thing over in Europe. So it's definitely nice to see us getting them here and having you on the lineup for the second Rock Carnival happening September 30th, October 1st, and October 2nd. And I know you're doing a couple other dates here in the States around the time of the Rock Carnival. What do you have planned for the rest of 2016 and going into 2017?
Doing this America tour, great. We start actually on Saturday, the 24th in Columbus, and then we play up Baltimore and New York, and then going to New Jersey, and then actually I'm planning to go back into the studio, working on the new record. We have already 5 songs, which I think they're killer tunes, and I would like to have the new record coming out next year. And there's one song, it's dedicated to Lenny. It's called Living Life to the Fullest. We're just working on that. And it's studio, doing a new record, trying to come up with great songs. And then next year, doing some more gigs in the States and some more festivals. And but putting out a new record, that is like, that's like that's top priority after touring and but now the festivals and the gigs, that's like when I'm on tour, then I never think of anything else.
You just love being
making the fans.
Yeah, I know. You just love being out on tour. I'm always seeing you out on tour somewhere. Is that what you prefer doing? You prefer being out there with the fans and performing, as opposed to always being locked in to a studio for so long?
It's so different. Like on tour, you're totally like you have more physical energy, and you jump around. It's all about really putting on a great show, which hopefully means something to the fans, and perform the songs great and sing great and stuff. And in the studio, or when I write songs, then actually I'm just like more. It's more yeah, you let your heart, you open your soul and your heart. It's more spiritual work. You think about cool things which I would never think of stuff when I'm on tour. Then it's just the fans and how we can put on the best show. But like when you do a record, then it's different, and I'm in a different mind frame. And then when you get a great idea or when there's a great song in the making, it can be so exciting. It's different from playing live, but it's like it's as cool. And then when you think, oh God, I can imagine the song will maybe resonate with some of the fans who love maybe that song for immer or oh yeah, then I'm so excited, and I can't wait till we play it live until it's out on record. And it's different, but I love it. Oh yeah, this could be another great anthem. Something like this. It was almost as like exciting as all we are, and I thought, this is cool. So actually, I love it all. I love it all, and yeah. But studio is a different animal, and and in life, you have to see that your body is in perfect shape, that you always have good energy, that you're healthy and stuff. And that's sometimes hard to do when you're in the tour bus with 20 people. There's always somebody who's sick or who has a bad cold. So when you're a singer, then oh come on. So you have to take care of your body more on tour. But in the studio, I think and feel things out, and you're more connected to it's more creative, and but I love it all. I love it all.
Well, you love it all, and we all love seeing you live and hearing new music when it's ready. We look forward to that new album and hearing the song that you wrote for Lemmy. I tell you, I still, I like many, including yourself, still can't believe that we're actually living in a world without Lemmy. He's been around for so long. It's kind of still hard to wrap your head around the fact that he's no longer with us.
Yes, it's terrible. I'm still like, sometimes I talk to him like, when I go to bed, like, I don't know if he hears me, but we were so great friends, and he meant so much to so many fans, and it is terrible, and it's not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore, and I try my best to, the song, I think it sounds great, and I hope, the fans will like it, and sometimes on our own shows, probably not on the festival because we just had 45 minutes on the Rock Carnival, but usually in our own shows we always dedicate a song to Lemmy, and it's Without You. That was actually the first ballad I've ever written, and it's of the Burning the Witches album, and then we always say it's dedicated to Lemmy, and and I see many people that sing along, and and get tears in their eyes, and feel like, man, it's not the same anymore without them. And I was a big fan and an admirer of Ronnie James Dio. To me, like Dio and Lemmy, but they are both gone. It's like it's so it's terrible. It's so heartbreaking. So I think we have to get extra more special power, to make everybody happy, and give out even more energy to to make to make it livable in the metal world. But I miss him so much. Like everybody.
Absolutely, but what I always say is they both left us with a ton of music to remember them by and to always have them with us. So even though they are not here physically, they are still here with us with their music.
Yeah, totally, and in spirit, and who knows, how it all works. Sometimes I feel the energy is all around us, like sometimes when we play Without You, or there was a song for Ronnie James Dio, it's called Hero, and when I sang it, and I had the feeling, hey, there was something going on, like in the venue, and I felt maybe Ronnie is really, maybe he knows, and sometimes we did Egypt, The Chains Are On, of Ronnie. It was one of my favorite Dio songs, and so we either play Hero or Egypt, and I always have the feeling the atmosphere in the club, it changes, and sometimes I see a little sparkle. Maybe it's my imagination, I don't know, but but sometimes I feel something. So I think it's great music, and they're great spirit that will always live on in us. Yeah.
Absolutely, and I know the energy will be high at the Rock Carnival coming up very, very soon, September 30th, October 1st, October 2nd. Get your tickets now. Doro on Sunday, October 2nd. 3 days of great music. Doro, I want to thank you for the honor of speaking with you here inside the Asylum tonight. And I have the album Strong and Proud in front of me. And Brianna, we talked about Remy and about Dio. What would you say to playing if I play Without You for everyone from the album?
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. Yeah, dedicated to all the great musicians we learned from, who inspired us, and especially Dio and Lemmy, and that's a great choice, and
Awesome. Well, let's do that right now. This is Doro, Without You, and don't be without a ticket for the Rock Carnival. Be there. Doro, Without You, right now here inside the Asylum.